Good morning, art buddies. Welcome in. This is Pink Girly, and you have arrived at Collage with Pink Girly, which is my channel. And hopefully, we'll have some others join us. I'm doing some fussy cutting. I overslept this morning, so I didn't get my thumbnail done. I usually wake up fairly early, but today that didn't happen. So I didn't get my thumbnail done. And I need to add some things to my description box. So I'll take care of that after this. Debbie. Good morning, Debbie. So I've been printing some digitals. I've been printing digitals for a couple of weeks, really, on and off, as I am working at my desk and just storing them in a little zipper bag. And yeah, so I thought I would pull some of those out. And then this morning I thought, well, let me just print a couple more. So I purchased a digital file with these long neck people that I think really look cool. So I pulled out my larger magazine journal. And then I pulled out a couple of my skinny ones that I made some time ago. Now, these aren't going to fit in the skinny ones. I mostly pulled these out to use in the larger one. And I still have a couple more that I'm printing. My printer is grabbing more than one sheet of paper. I guess static electricity, I don't know. Oh yeah, they would be good in my paper bag journal. Ooh, that's a good idea. You are exactly all right. So I have to hop back over to my, now where do I have my, oh, you know what? I think you can still hear me. Let's get rid of this guy. These long neck people, I've got to print them all because I just love them all. Oh, she's kind of fun. Let's print her. And of course, when you're in a hurry, everything, doesn't work right. So I'm trying to get them on my portrait setting, the last one, and oh my goodness, he was off the page. And my printer keeps telling me it's out of ink, and I just say, print it anyway, because it's not really out of ink. It's not really. Oh, maybe that's why, Debbie. Maybe that's why. Hadn't given that a thought. So some of today is, well, I don't have a whole lot left to cut, I don't think. We'll see what I didn't pull out any other ephemera type stuff to add to my collages. So I'm going to wing it. Wing it world. So we've talked about magazine journals before. So this may be a repeat. And gosh, it's 10 o'clock. It's early, but it's not that early. So I'm just going to go ahead and start yakking about my magazine journals. Now, some folks don't have. Good morning, Be More Kind. How are you this morning? And I know sometimes for some of us, magazines are hard to get a hold of. But it can be any kind of a magazine because ideally you're going to be covering up most of the pages. Now I did go ahead and use for my larger one a couple of issues of my Somerset Studio magazines, and all I did was glue the two of them together, and then I put some clear packing tape on the spine, and then I just jazzed it up a little bit with this hot pink. Hey Connie, hi. Wrong account. Oh, that was you. Be more kind. That's you. Good morning. And so this isn't perfect. You can see it's a little off here. And I started to go through and prep some of these pages, paint some things out. I took this is from my brayer, put that in paint and brayered over some things. Left some spots. So sometimes you may just feel like messing with paint and doing this. And other times you might feel like sitting down and creating a whole page. I don't know that I have created a whole page in here yet. But if you get a magazine, you might think, oh, well, this is kind of big for me and I don't want to have to deal with all that space. That's fine. You could cut it in half and stack it on top this way. I haven't done one like that, I don't think, which I really should do. But you also can fold them in half. So this is also an idea. This is one, I didn't fold it, I tore it. You can see the rough edges, and then just went through and used my brayer to just kind of cover up and prep these pages. Now, I don't think I've done anything in this one. I have several of these because it's a personality flaw. I can't seem to make just one of something. I don't know. So I didn't pull them all out. I did make one for my neighbor. I think that's the one I have most done in, but I didn't pull that one out. I haven't run across that one. And for her and I thought she would enjoy it. But she didn't. She sent it all back to me. So then I covered them with the magazine with just some scrapbook paper that I liked. So this was one, and I think I just have this done in this one. So of course this is transforming the whole page. Now Peggy Fitzmaurice, many of you will know, she doesn't necessarily do any kind of background work. She might take a picture like this in her magazine and then add things to it. She's very clever. Add things to it to make a spread. She might put a funky portrait picture here, or a cat sitting in front of the fireplace, or some crazy saying. She does all kinds of stuff. She likes to rework like junk mail, and she does really cool things. So there's a variety of things that you can do. These aren't necessarily easy to cut in half. If you were going to go this way, oh, this would be nice, wouldn't it? Cut in half this way, this way. I remember years ago when I was first exposed to this, it was by Dee Dee Willingham, and she has a channel on YouTube for those that may not know. She said she would take hers to like her print place. Who's the company that you can go to and they'll print your? Oh, Staples probably does it. Staples might do it. They've got one of those big cutters, and they can just right through, and you get a nice even straight cut. I don't know what they would charge for that. Years ago, I worked at a college, and when I first started working there, of course, I wasn't into this stuff. No, she's not in Ireland. She had been in Boston, though. And she is home. Now, she may be off again right now. I'm not sure. I talked to her like maybe last week, and she was in Boston. She had some things going on with her grandkids. Somebody might have graduated, and then there was a confirmation or something. Or maybe one of them were going off to college. She's been busy with grandkids. There her is. There's our Peggy. She's here. Morning, Peggy. So, you can do all kinds of things. And if you're not particular, you don't mind your edges being rough, you can just tear these or fold them. Looks like this one I folded. And a magazine doesn't have to be like a magazine like we think of, like a McCall's or a Ladies' Home Journal, or even your Somerset or your art magazine, because you may not be willing to do this, say like your Daphnes or your Somersets or whatever. But sometimes, like around here, at least in Jersey, I think Pennsylvania too, um, if you go into a diner, a lot of times they'll have those little magazines sitting in the front of the lobby, like when you first enter. I've seen them in, I saw them in Europe in a couple of like rest stops, and sometimes your grocery stores or your dollar store might have in their lobby or their vestibule, when you first come into the store, a little rack with magazines. It might be like advertising cars, or it could be um, real estate. They would work too. You can glue several of those together, because sometimes, magazines aren't cheap anymore. So, to lay out the money for that and then to glue them together and, destroy them, so to speak, you may not want to do that or be able to do that. So that's another option. Sometimes you can sign up for, say, like a cruise line to send you information, and they'll send you a nice brochure, magazine type. Them they make great magazine type journals. So today I'm planning to work in this one. I'm going to put these little skinnies aside, and probably I'm going to use some kind of stamp or something in addition, but I'm mostly trying to just stick with the digitals that I have printed. So I need to still do some fussy cutting, I think. So I'm going to put this aside for a moment and get out some more of my things that I've printed here. And then I have a folder of other type things. So what I'll do is, when I make my thumbnail for this, I will put the name of the digital site where I got what I'm using today, just if anyone's interested. This one I just purchased this morning. This is one of Debbie Epps. She's in chat, and I got two of hers today. One was about rust, and the other one, I don't know, this one was probably out of the rust one, maybe, huh? And the other one is, how does she word it? But I'll get it and I'll put it in my description box. Something with the masters. So in my, well, it wasn't really in my stash. The other day I knocked something. I'm terrible. I have to the right of me a little like a little portion of a wall, because I have a desk unit that my husband got from his former place of employment under the influence of the masters. Thanks, Debbie. And you can find her work on Amazon and also Etsy. I got mine from Etsy. And let's see, what was I saying? It'll come to me. Yes, buy two. I noticed that. I grabbed that deal. Buy two, get 15% off, which was very nice. I know I've got some more cut out over here. Gosh, that quick, my head just went right out of my head. I think this. Oh, maybe I put them in an envelope. I don't know. Oh, my stash. I have this portion of a wall to the right of me. My husband worked for an animal shelter, and they were replacing all the desk units for the office workers, and they were just putting the old ones in a dumpster. So he asked if he could take one, which they said sure. So, I guess I'll have to live without those. So, he brought home this unit. So, on the other side of the unit, I have a small 2-drawer file cabinet that I, got out of someone's trash. And I have a lot of my supplies in there. And then on top of that, I have my printer. It's where my printer sits. But because we have little baseboard heat, it doesn't go right up against the window. I've got a gap or a cliff, as Mary would say. And so I stack things on top of my printer, which I shouldn't do, but I do. That's how my skin's starting to look. I need to start using some lotion. Anyway, it went over the cliff, and I didn't really know all what went. So I was digging that out yesterday, and lo and behold, prior to that batch going down over the cliff, apparently my photo paper went over. Now, I had forgotten I purchased that at a Goodwill. So I printed a couple of the images on photo paper because I thought that might be cool. So I'll show you those in a minute. I remember I went to my general practitioner one time and he said to me, "Do you use lotion?" I'm like, "Not really. I never really think about it." You say, "Oh, yeah, maybe I should think about it." Okay. Anywho, so now, like I said, I just, sometimes I have an idea for my streams like a couple days ahead or at least the night before. And I just streamed on Tuesday evening. We were making those little envelopes. And I just didn't want to do that again or continue that idea. But nothing was coming to me. And, I feel like doing different stuff. Most of the time, I don't have a problem thinking up what I want to work on, but I don't always think it's something that you guys might be interested in sitting and watching, somebody do. So I was chatting with Jacqueline just briefly this morning, and I said, "Okay, here are some choices. Help me decide." So she picked collage. And I thought, I wanted to use some of my digitals. Why don't I just do that? We'll see how it goes. So this is just for fun. All right, so I'm not going to sit here and cut. Well, I might cut more of these. We'll see. So let me show you what else I have digitally. See, I've been printing and just keeping them in here. Now, some of them are double-sided, and I'm not going to use those because I have those specifically earmarked for journals. So I can fold them and use them in journals. But see, these are all one-sided. So these might come in handy today. And I'll have to go back and look and see whose product these are. But I've been buying mostly from either Debbie Epps or My Porch Prints, Amura Design Studios. Oh, these might be nice. What's this one? French Country. Yeah, this is My Porch Prints. Oh, she's got a digital. I mean, a video out where she's using this French country cottage of hers, and she's making a little like scrapbook journal type thing. Adorable. So, if you have some time, you might want to take a look at that. But this is mostly what I have in here is her. And then I got some with a lot of words and stuff because I'm always needing words. So I picked up one like that, and I've got them all chopped up and in a little container. See, these are double-sided. I'm wanting a garden thing. So these I'm not going to mess with. Oh, and these are Emily Bloom digitals. See, these I double side because I like to fold them and use them as pages in a journal. I'm not a fan of having a white side on my back of my journal pages to have to, deal with. Okay, so the rest of these, and that's some kind of a project paper. All right, so these are my options for right now. Now, in my larger magazine, I guess that's what you call it, magazine journal. Um, I've prepped some of the pages. So, I mean, these look, I left that kind of, I guess I was thinking I would put something here. So that's the only thing with pre-prepping. Like when I go through and I prep some pages to do some other work on them, I then forget what I was going to do. Sometimes, yeah, she's got a lot of good stuff, my porch prints. Sometimes I put little post-it notes if I want to remember. Like many of you follow and go to Dee Dee Willingham's streams, and she does what she calls reverse collage, where she paints out really a good bit of the page in these really wonderful books. I'm trying to think of the name of them. I've got a couple of them. They're like places that no longer. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get up at my hidden places. Oh, let me just go get it. I know where that is. See, I get talking. I never know what I'm going to be talking about, and then I am not prepared with everything because. Ooh, abandoned places. This one's my abandoned civilizations. So these are hardback books. You can buy them on the internet. Okay, Peggy. Yeah, Debbie's got it. Debbie's on top of things, man. She knows. So some of them can be a little pricey. I was fortunate to find a couple for like $10. So in this one I painted out everything, but this background here, this was, in the book. So then I just did the other stuff around. Those I'm trying to go with mostly, hey Jacqueline, the same idea in the magazine, where you paint out stuff you're not interested in, or gosh, I don't have much done in here. What do I do all the time? What do I do with my days? Look, goofing around. I got nothing finished. I've got 2 or 3 of these. I've got abandoned places, abandoned civilizations, and I think I have a third one, but there's a lot of them. I know Dee Dee particular, I think, likes this Karen Connolly fella, and I think she sent him one of the ones she did. He thought it was cool. So now this looks kind of rusty. These pictures are kind of cool. And I gotta put my glasses on. Toulouse Hole. Hello. Okay, that's wonderful. Thanks for saying hi. I appreciate that. Okay, so this looks kind of rusty. So I purchased some the Rust digital set from Debbie X, and I printed out some of that, and I chopped them up. I mostly did the letters, and oh, I did the kitty cats. So I think these letters might look cool. They're just random. I only did the one page because I was running out of time. Like I said, I really overslept this morning. This would look cool if I put a regular thing on there, a real one. I could cut that out. So you just do create and relate. Good morning. Good morning. And you can use whatever glue you like, whatever works for you. I might try to use a little bit of a glue stick. I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't usually work so great for me, but kind of like that on there. And I try not to use my. Now I bought Fabrifix this time. It was a little cheaper than Fabri-Tac. They're all made by the same company. And I've had Fabri-Tac, I've had Fabrifix, and I had a third one. Forget what the heck that one was called. Magnus something? I don't know. They're all made by Beacon Glue. To me, they all basically are the same, work the same. So this one was a little cheaper, and I go through it quite a bit with making journals. So I got the case this time. So in the end game, I saved myself a little bit of money. A little bit of money. So that looks cute there, I think. So these are some of Debbie's rusted letters. It's several in the digital pack. Now I might hop around a little bit, page to page. We'll just see. I thought these kitties were cute. See, I did this on these, I don't know if you can tell, these are glossy. I did these on the photo paper. Now, I was in this, I've had this photo paper probably a year or more. And, I like to stop into Goodwill every once in a while. And I like to go through their section where they have, like school supply stuff. And then I see different things. Like I picked up postcards that I can print on. And sometimes you'll get, you'll luck into like a box of or a ream of paper or like school paper, lined paper. You can dye all that stuff and work all that. Oh, okay. Debbie says you get the whole alphabet and numbers, 2 letters per page. Oh, okay. Thanks, Deb. And you get several in various sizes. Yeah, so it's really cool. And so I saw photo paper and I thought, what in the world would I ever use that for? But look here, I thought, see, that looks like a female Michael Jackson to me. Very cute. Very cute. So now I like these old-timey pictures, so I don't know that I want to cover those up, but I might like to put some other things around. So we'll just see as I go. I kind of like that E there. And like I said, I'm just prepping last minute this morning and trying to print off some additional things. Now, this I haven't used in a little while. Let's see if I can get this to stick. Kind of like that way. Oh, this is nice and thick. Nice and thick and partially dried out. I should do that over here. So good morning and welcome to everyone that's come in. I hope you're all doing well. We live in a 55 plus community and we have 2 pools available to us, and they usually open Memorial Day weekend. They're heated. They're outdoor pools, but they're heated. And so Hubs and I ran over yesterday, had our first swim. It was wonderful. We don't really swim. We kind of bob and soak, but it was lovely. It was really nice. All right, so let's say look at some other stuff. I might now I printed off one of these people that was smaller. So let's see. I don't think I cut that one out. That's one thing I have to think about when I print these. That's just the ones I'm thinking of. Size them differently. I thought I printed out like one that was different, that was smaller. Maybe it is that guy. I guess he is a little smaller. I wonder how funky he would look if I put him there. Let's give it a go. Let's see. Now, some of my Amity Bloom print might work here too. I should have a look at that. Wait a minute. I do somewhere have repositional glue, a stick of repositional glue, because then you can change your mind if you want. I thought I saw some Amity. Oh, I think they're all double-sided, the Amity stuff I printed. Maybe a couple of these work. That's kind of pretty. Look at the little kitty catter. I'm really not a kitten, a cat person, but those kittens sure are cute, aren't they? Ooh, I think I like those roses. Sometimes I get so anal about cutting stuff out. Like I'm right here, I'm sitting, I'm thinking, I want to cut this out, but I want it to be perfect. But I don't feel like digging out my stuff for my die cutter, because I have all the circles. Oh, to be me is difficult at times. Let me see what this will look like here. See, I'm already off. I'm already annoyed with myself. I don't think my eyeballs are right. I don't really mind fussy cutting. I just think I could be better at it. And, the reality is nobody's going to see this but me. This is for my creative enjoyment. You know what I mean? Hey, Laura, good morning. How you be? I do like this crazy figure. So I'm going to see how this looks. Just lay it down on top here and see. Because sometimes you might just want a little something that's a little cray-cray. on your page. And then I have these paint markers that I bought, that I forgot I bought. Yep, I'm like that with leftovers in the fridge too. I'll say to my husband, "Oh, I forgot that was in there." It's like, you always forget. And he is exactly right. Out of sight, out of mind. These other scissors, I think, cut a little better. Laura says, "Be right back. There are 2 barn kittens in my backyard, and my dog is going crazy." Oh, okay. Meanwhile, my nephew is adopting a kitten, and my nephew is 38, first-time pet owner. We're all very excited for him. He's very excited about this new addition. And he was waiting for the little guy to gain enough weight to have his, surgery to be neutered. And I'm thinking the kitten was local, but here the kitten's in Texas. So he's named the kitten Mango. Kitten's orange. Named the kitten Mango, and Mango is on his way. I think he's supposed to arrive sometime tomorrow. So they'll be told where to meet the bus. He's coming by bus. Poor little thing. Now, sometime when I have this to cut out like an armhole and I'm going to glue it down, actually, I might not even use that part. I probably don't need to cut that right now. I just cut through, but it's going to be glued down, so I don't have to fuss with, I could have done that up there too, I guess. Just whatever makes it easier. All right, so this is a little different. If I put him there, I think I need to have something behind him. Maybe something square. Now, this is where this can take hours because, you don't decide. I know, right? I said to my sister, I'm such a goofball. I said to my sister, well, has he been able to spend time with the kitten while you're waiting for him to? And she's like, in Texas? I'm like, I didn't know he was in Texas. So I hope the little guy's having a good ride. So what will happen is, you had to get all the supplies and stuff you need for a little dude, for a little pet. So they'll get told where to meet. They probably already know. And I guess they'll get what time to be there. I think originally he was supposed to arrive today, but he's arriving, I think, tomorrow. And they'll go, and it'll be early in the morning. They'll go get him, and then they'll take the carrier and then put him in his new carrier, and then they'll be off to bring him home. I think I'm going to do that. I know this is kind of funky, right? But it's all right. It's all right. Okay, now where did I put my? There it is. My cutter. I don't like to cut straight either. I'm a mess, aren't I? That's all right. I'm a happy mess. And you can ink your, you can ink or whatever you want to do. Oh, I have this upside down. I usually cut the other way. Upside down. Okay, let's see. Probably still get this crooked. Oh, I forgot to cut out that part. It took the little guy forever to gain. He had to be at least 3 pounds to have his surgery. I mean, you see this kitten. He's a littlest, tiniest thing you'd ever seen. He's got all the best stuff, though. My nephew, he's buying all this stuff. He's got a great big old bed and a nice place to go potty and cool little food dish. So, all right. So I kind of like that. So I'm just going to go with that. So then let's put some glue. Right now, I was thinking I might use my, because to make collage, of course, it's gluing stuff down, right? Layer in, putting stuff on top of each other, but you can add a lot of stuff in collage. It doesn't all have to be paper. In my mind, correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I've been wrong lots of times, lots of times. Hey, Kathleen, how are you? Nice to see you this morning. But I think you can also doodle and do stuff on the page as well. So I think I might want to do some of that too. Or use your stencils. Let's see if I can find a little gluey thing that, ooh, fabulous. It came out first time. Cool beans. We need to fill this up. We should probably do that. Now, of course, you don't have to use digitals. You can use other things from other magazines. You could use things from your coloring books. There's plenty of things online you can grab that, are free or copyright free, that you can use in your own work. I think some of the girls have said in the past there's some of the bigger libraries online, they might have a section of images that you can print off. So you don't have to have the digitals. It's just that I do, and I wanted to start using them in some different ways. So I'm thinking maybe some kind of doodling around here. Now I have a hard time thinking of what to doodle. But I have these markers. These are paint markers. These are grabbies. Oh, this one's not. This is a slick writer. So these are grabby acrylic markers. So I was thinking I might try to use some of these. But I also I bought the small set of these Sharpie markers. And I believe that these are acrylic. These are the bullet tip. But I don't know that I have black in there. I was thinking I might like black. Now, the other thing that I have is that I don't use a lot is, oh, thanks, Jacqueline, is my Tim Holtz Distress crayons. So, see, I'm not crazy about this white space I got going on here, right? So, maybe I will grab I don't think I want walnut. That's a little dark, I think. I'm going to grab my vintage photo. Of course, I didn't grab any baby wipes, and well, yeah, have some water. Okay. So I'm just going to see how this looks. Just going to lightly put some of this down because I don't really want the scribble mark. I want to be able to blend this. So I'm hoping this will blend. So I'm just trying to pre-collage and use what I have in my stash. Now I could blend this with my finger. I'm going to try this paintbrush I have sitting here. Oh, maybe I should. That's kind of like a comb kind of a brush. Oh, this one's stiff. I've got tons of brushes. They're just not sitting here at my desk. And I have my water. All right, sweetie. Don't work too hard in that garden. Bye, Peg. Thanks for letting us know. Now, of course, this is a magazine page, so it's a little. I don't know if you're all familiar with the Somerset Studio. The paper is a little slick. It's not super glossy, but it's not like a regular magazine either. You know, it's kind of dull and paper thin. Oh, that's paint. Um, it's got a little more weight to it than, say, like your uh, Ladies' Home Journal or something. You know, it's a little more substantial. Let's just say substantial. Now, some people are really good at doodling. I have a hard time thinking of different things to doodle, like different images to doodle. I do have a book somewhere where I just put down some ideas, but I think I've got that way up on that top shelf. So right now I'm just thinking maybe hearts or some flowers in here. And I think I really want to use some black, but let's see. Now I have Posca pens too, but let's just see if I have a black in this grabby set. Now I'm going to have to make sure that oh look, here's some brown. I wonder if that would show up. I have a grid somewhere too where it tells me the colors. I thought I saw black, but I think that's in a different tin. Utilizing my space in my drawers, I've got things stacked upon stacked and double stacked. Now, one thing that I purchased a long time ago that I really thought was a silly purchase on my part was the set of all the different colors of the Poscas because I don't really use them. But look at there, I got a nice little brown. Wonder how that would look. So let's pull that out. That might come in handy. I just have black in my mind because I think it'll stand out. I don't know that brown. If that works. Precision pen. The other thing too is with this slick paper, some of this might rub off. Like I know the Posca won't because that's acrylic. My Sharpie marker won't, but that might be a little too bad. These are really cool pens I got from Pit Pens. We've talked about them before, but most of them are brush tips And I'm like not good with a brush tip. I don't practice enough. I need to start practicing some of these things. Now I know I have a black Posca too, but oh, here's another black, another brown. This is a Mach 6 marker, a paint marker. Marks on anything, and it's water-based. Let's just see. Let's just see. Extra fine tip, shape, art. This might have been one that Janet Young recommended. I'm not remembering. I think this precision pen would smear. Okay, so that's, yeah, that's dry. I really do like these Sharpie markers. I should go get one, the one that has the black. I'm assuming they have black and white, but for whatever reason, Lori didn't buy that. She bought the other. All right, now let's see. Let's get a piece of scrap paper. And see if any of these are going to work for me. Oh, looks like, oh goodness. I think that's probably a little too light. Won't show up. This I haven't used in forever. Oh, this might work. Sometimes I find like if you tip this in a little bit of water, it kind of gets it going. I have so much stuff. I don't know about it all being cool, but thank you, but I do. Of course, it's all over the place. Now, Aunt Beck says, don't pump, just push down and let that paint drain to the tip. Because if you pump it, you create air bubbles, which, you know, is not necessarily good. So I just kind of want it to look like graffiti kind of writing, okay? Barbara, chicken pot pie, how are you, my dear? How are you? Nice to see you. Joycey, there's Joycey. Good morning. All right, so I'm going to put a heart here, a random heart, which you can't really see. So let's try to thicken that up a little. Maybe we'll just try to color it in. Now, see, if I had brown in that Sharpie marker, which I don't, I have just weird colors, like, well, primary. It would just cover right in. They are so cool. So what's everybody up to today? I would be remiss if I didn't mention Jacqueline is having her sale tomorrow. She is going to be selling her dyed papers and probably several other things. So if you would like to hang out, you don't have to purchase, but if you like to hang out, it's a good place to be. If you need some dyed papers or some different ideas, or just hang out and chat, that will be on her channel, Lovely's Crafting Lodge. Jacqueline, you could throw your link in. Okay, so I didn't really like how this one works. It's kind of scratchy, but the heart looks okay. Maybe I should just try the Sharpie marker. Let's put a flower down here. Let's just make a stem. Oh, geez, that's not even working. Might be drying out. Well, that's a thinner one. That's a Sharpie pen. They're always good to have. Pardon my arm through this. I gotta start throwing stuff out. When I was talking about not having, not feeling very talented doodle-wise, one person that I think really is good is Tamara Laporte. If you know who she is, she does all kinds of whimsy stuff. And she does things like, she does like a crazy rose, but it looks really cool. Oh, Debbie says we're having a multi-seller pajama party sale Friday night. Is that on your channel? Oh, on Lindy's channel. Jacqueline, could you find Lindy's channel? I hate to keep picking on you. I don't want to pick on Barbara because she haven't seen her in a while. Oh, that sounds fun. And then a breakfast sale on Saturday. Well, how clever is that? Oh man, I should have got in on that deal. Thanks, Jacqueline. Okay, so like maybe so sorry, not enough cloud storage. Could you hear that ding? Like I need to know that right now. Tamara Laporte is so talented and she does so many incredible you're having the editing break. Cool. She does so many incredible like whimsical, funky kind of drawings and doodles. She does a swallow. Let's see, how does she do the swallow? She does like, it's like a, I think she does like this. And then she makes, and then she just gives it a head. And then she colors them in. This may not look like a swallow. I don't know where I put all my, gosh. It could be because I have paint down and then, oh, Messy's here. I miss her. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you. It could be why I'm having trouble. But I could come back in with black paint too, right? And paint this in if I want a real nice sharp. Actually, if not doing letters or I think this is black. Oh, this one's not quite a. It's just a little better, just to fill it in. But Tamara Laporte, like she puts butterfly wings on her stuff, or she'll do vines. I'm gonna do a vine. It would be fun. Let's see if I can do a vine. It's not really hard stuff. Her swallows are so much better. I usually do better if I look at one of hers and then mimic it, but I didn't do that. I should have. This looks like, it doesn't look like a swallow. I might have to try to fix this off camera. This looks like a crime scene where a body has been laid. That's what I think that looks like. All right, so she might do something like, let's see, let's do a vine up here where she just comes out And she just starts making lines, and she might do a curly Q, and then she just starts putting little leaves down. Follow that around that way, bring out a little branch here. So, I mean, this is pretty easy to do, but it looks really cute. And then she might put a butterfly wing, say, okay, so butterfly wing is big and then small, like that. And then you could put a little antenna. And then, of course, you can decorate inside of this. And then she might do like a vine coming out of this as well. So for this, you just need a marker or a pen or a paintbrush. If you have a paintbrush and some paints, use what you have for collage. And it just jazzes up your page, I think, a little bit. I think it looks cute. What do you think? What do you think? Jane Davenport. Yes, Jane Davenport. She's another good one. Yes, yes. Jane and Tamara are friends. I do believe. I do believe. I don't do that swirly thing so good. All right, so let's put some more up here. You could also add stickers, right? I want to add, I think, a word or something down at the bottom because let's put a couple here. So in a fairly short period of time, you can have a pretty nice little spread in your book. And you don't have to be an artist. Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh, Laura. Every time something like that happens to me, I never have a paper towel or anything. Okay, I'm not going to share what Jacqueline shared with me, but she had something similar happen. And she was very clever in how she handled it, but sometimes you're just, there's never anything handy to take care of the mess. All right, I think I'm going to put a little heart up in this corner. Now you can just keep adding too. Now on this particular page, I liked these pictures that were in the book. So I just put some paint on the empty spots or where, like underneath here, there were some words for the article. And this is another digital kit that I purchased. And it's got, all different things like this in it. And this is not. And I like the right, I like the little rough edges. Okay, so I'm going to put that down there. You don't really notice it, but you know what? Maybe I should let's see if I can do this without making a mess. sometimes, well, I'm glad you didn't burn yourself. She was using really hot water. Okay, so after I get this down, I'm going to turn to a different page and I'm going to use some of those long neck people. I should have bought clear these little needle nose applicator things. See the pain I go through? All right, this isn't working as well as I had hoped. Oh, now I got another mess. All right, so we'll let that go because I use a funnel generally to fill these, and then you have to always squish the little bottle because just get an air bubble. Hey, Gail, hi. How you doing? All right, so twisting that cap on. I meant to message Mary. She's not been feeling good, and I always find when I want to message people that I don't necessarily talk to on a regular basis, in particular like Janet Nash, because she's in a different country, different time zone. My bonus son, Murray, she's in different time zone than me. It's either too late or too early. And then I hate to, well, my bonus son will say, Mama, do you know what time it is? Sorry, I forgot. I forgot. We're on a different, excuse me, time zone now again. I think I want something down here, but I don't think I want another one of these. So I think I'm just going to let that go for right this second. So now I want to look for a page where I can use some of my long neck people. I want to do a page with my long neck people. So the only thing you have to be careful of is if you're going to go from project to project, just make sure, nothing's sticky or wet. And let's see what else I have prepped. I said I wanted to use a long neck people. I knew there's a couple spots where I particularly printed on the photograph paper to use the little photographs. I think that's a little too light. And you don't have to prep your pages. It's just a preference. You can if you want. I think I have some. See, like these might look good here. That might look cool, right? Laura said, I love that you have a bonus son. My mama has one from my older brother and one from me. Aw. Yeah, I'm just so blessed to have him in my life. I really am. He's such an awesome kid. Awesome. He's awesome. All right, maybe it's in the front here. So I'm looking for, I think I have, of course, the background wouldn't be so great. I think I just have a plain green. I mean, most of the pages in this kind of a book, the Somerset or like an art journaling book, some of the pages you don't have to do much to, you know? All right, now this one I did prep. As you can see, it's just the magazine pages. But I'm thinking that dry skin one might. Ooh, she might look cool there. See, they're huge. I didn't size them down. I don't know if I did any other animal ones. There's another animal one I was going to do, and I didn't print it. I should print it now. It just takes a second to load it up. I think I still have them open. Hold on. I think I can do this and you can still hear me. I might have. Okay, not that one. Here's one. Oh, she's cool. Oops, where'd she go? I just have to make sure I've got paper in my printer. Let me double check. Yeah, I have everything conveniently located. So it's real easy for me to do it. Okay. So now I've got everything set up the way I want. So I just clicked print, and that's telling me I don't have enough ink, but I really do. Oh, Barbara, you're an only child, but my two siblings don't seem to agree. How about that? Yeah, this kid lived with us when he was in college, and he worked in my department as our student worker. So that's how I came to know him, and he and I just hit it off. And he's just a delight. He's a delight. And then he got married and had children. So now I have a whole bonus family. Well, the only problem is they live in England. So now, see, I can cover these up where you're just seeing little bits of them, or I can replace these with some additional things that I might have in my stash, like a plain tag, or maybe I could stamp on that tag. And then I have stickers. I had to buy me some stickers, girls. Had to get me some stickers. Look at these. I could just, now this is just a tag that I coffee stained, right? No biggie. Now I'm looking for something that kind of would go with the coloring behind on this page. Of course, you're not going to see all of it because I'm going to put, oh geez, my dog's having a stroke. Oh, maybe a butterfly on her sweater to act like a little brooch. Isn't that nice? Isn't that just lovely? Oh, here, look at this yellow one. I could just cover that kid's head up right like that with a butterfly. All right, let's put these back. Now, supposedly, these are real easy to get apart. And I like these because they don't have the white background. Hey, CB, how you doing? CB, I have to ask you this question. I think I know the answer, but I'm just, I just don't know stuff. And I don't know where people live and that kind of thing. Okay, so this supposedly you just take your thumb and run it this way and it comes apart. And sometimes it works for me and others it doesn't. So sometimes I just do the like the little blade. Ah, oh, okay, CB. Well, I was just going to ask you, do you have a channel that you color and it's called CBCEEBEE coloring channel, or is that somebody different? This lady's got an accent and I think she lives in a different country. I don't think it's you, but it might be you. I don't know. Oh man, when I'm doing this by myself, I don't really have a problem. Mm. Oh, okay. RCB is in Texas. Okay, thanks, Debbie. Oh, goodness me. I really want to use these. It's not cooperating. Maybe I should put on a different pair of glasses. That might help. Laura, are you off today? Or you don't work on Thursday? I yell at Jacqueline for being nosy. I'm just as nosy as she is. Here we go. Here we go, kids. I got it. I got it. Janet Nash! Janet, I was talking about you. Were your ears ringing? Oh, I should have stamped something underneath there. Wait a minute. Let me do that. Let me just back up the train. Boop, 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 boop. Janet Nash. Oh, she's healing potion. So what time is it for her? 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's later in the afternoon. Okay, so I want something. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this to work. I don't care if this prints really super well because it's just a background. Janet, I've been trying to make Sophie scarves. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Janet gave me a Sophie scarf that she made and she gave me when we visited. And it's absolutely beautiful. I did show it. Um, it's in my bedroom, so I don't have it right here. And um, I knit. I've been knitting for years. You think I can get one of these silly scarves to look normal? No, I'm having all kinds of problems. I'm missing a stitch, or I don't know if I'm bringing. Oh, I'm just having. I know, I know. I am following the pattern, and it's not a hard pattern. It's just that I guess I'm used to throwing that yarn a certain way, and I guess if anybody's a knitter here and you know what an I-cord is, it's got an I-cord edge, and I think I'm just getting myself confused at times when I'm not paying attention. Screaming at the baseball players, while they're on, telling them how to play the game. That's probably my problem. Okay, so just added some stamp behind this. So it's just not plain. And then I want to put something in that little hole because that's what I like to do. I don't necessarily like that to be, empty. Need something. So what do I have sitting right here that I can grab easily? It's a little thick, but this works. Oops, pulled the wrong one. This will be lovely. It's so nice, at least for me, to have lots of my junk sitting right around. Oh, I should ink it. Ink. Ink. See, this is where you get in trouble. And, one idea turns into another idea. And next thing you know, you're doing one page and it's taking you all afternoon. Try it without the I-cord edge. That's what you did. Oh, you did? Because yours looks like it has that cool edge. I'm thinking to myself, you've been knitting way too long for this not to look as beautiful as Janet's. I mean, Janet's is just beautiful. So, oh, I almost said something and spilled the beans on something. Oh, you did a knit one purl. Well, aren't you clever? She's a clever little gal, that Janet Nash. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this down. I think I'm just going to staple this and. Now I have my little yellow butterfly. I knocked it. Now it's stuck to my desk. Come on, little buddy. Ah. Oh, you're not going to believe this. It's really stuck to my desk. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put that over top of that little kittle. And I'm going to put that there. And she's going to go on top. I was thinking about putting her all on there, but I'm thinking maybe I'm going to cut her and just put her partially, I can't tell you. We agreed not to tell. Think about it, you little goof. It has to do with knitting and me teaching someone to knit. I'll give you some hints. All right, so I could put another butterfly there. Do the yeller. Oh, dang. Jacqueline, You were so silly. You were such a silly girl. Oh, what did Laura say? I missed it. She off today? I asked a question and I didn't look for the answer. Jacqueline wants to learn how to knit. And I think a Sophie scarf would be a good project. Mm. Oh, look, here I got it. Ooh. See, the thing is, once you get it and it's started, it blinks right back. I know, Janet. I just, like I said to Janet, the problem is now that I've met her, I miss her. Like, I enjoy her streams and she's got a wonderful personality on the tube, and she does great projects, but it's so different to meet her in person, and she's just so wonderful, so delightful. It's like now you want to hang more. All right, there's Laura answering. Lori, I decided to let go of my job at the, oh, in order to help take care of, oh, honey, okay. She's needing more and more, boy, I know, boy, more and more help. I still work Fridays with Andrew. Oh, because you love that. That's wonderful. That's good for him. Yeah, I know. It's just the mom thing. It's just really hard. You just want to be there. Yeah. Good for you. Okay, so I think I want to put her here. And I do want to put a butterfly on her sweater. Maybe I'll zhuzh her up a little bit. Fold this and trim it. Yeah. Yeah. And our dear mom, I mean, we couldn't, we just made the decision we couldn't keep her in one of our homes. And part of that decision was because for years, our mom had always said to us, I do not want to live with one of you girls. Okay. And she made that very clear. So we wanted to honor that too. And for the shape that she was in and what was going on, we felt a facility was best for her. And I do still think that was a good decision for us. But we were there throughout the week. Almost every day somebody was there. And towards the end, I stayed over at my sister's so that I could be right there because I was the power of attorney. And it was better for me to be local. She needs earrings and a pair of, oh, that's a good, oh, yeah. I just saw pearls somewhere that I had laying. Where the heck did I see those? All right, let's get her glued down. Maybe I need to sneak something under here. Let's see. Oh, I think there was a butterfly for this. But yeah, it looked different. So let's see. And our mom just didn't want to at this point. She just didn't know. She just didn't know why she had to be bothered with doing any of this stuff. Like in the shower. Um, Unfortunately, with our situation with my mom, I just think we didn't realize how far along she was in the dementia process, unfortunately. I think we had caring for her could have maybe like clued us in a little more, but it's over and done with now. But I would say that to anybody who's going through it, if you're going through that. Maybe I'll just punch out. Hey, there's Ange. Hi, Ange. I was wondering where you be. And all the signs were there. I just didn't know enough about them at the time to realize how far along my mom was in the process. Well, I thought that square was bigger. Let's do a couple. Hey, Carol. So I think that would have made a big difference with some of the things we did. You had to go clean a house? Okay, kid. I didn't think about that, but Ange, thanks for that little picture you sent me. I didn't get a chance to respond. Angie sent me the cutest little AI monkey. Oh my gosh, so stinking cute. Of course, then she wrote, "It's me. It's a picture of me." She's so funny, that Angie. That Angie girl, so funny. It's nice to go and look at I'm not in my email as much as I probably should be. But it's nice when you go in there and you got these little surprises. Somebody sent you a little message. All right, so I'm just going to put that like that. Just add a little something. So this is also, some digitals that I printed out. And we're going to put her here. I'm thinking I need another one right there. I should have probably inked these edges. I feel like I'm trying to rush, but I guess I don't have to. But I feel like I am. Even stamps, like postage stamps, or sometimes you might get a paper pack that has, like, in particular, I'm thinking Graphic 45. They always have some kind of a little stamp as part of their, what they present to you in their like, well, let's scoot you down. I don't see that much of that little. All right, I think I'm ready to glue her down. So let's get some glue. I think this is going to be a hard time. So I'm going to grab some lunch, but I don't know. I moved around quite a bit in the pool. I was like 45 minutes and I didn't stop moving, which was intentional. But then I had a leg cramp last night. They're not pleasant. So I'm not sure that we'll go back today. Hubs has got some things. He's out doing some errands and he's involved with this big project at church. My husband has a degree in horticulture. And he's really always been into plants and gardening and all that jazz. I am not. I like to look at it, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to bend over. I don't want to dig. I don't want my fingers in dirt. Sorry. But he loves it. So the church, that he is mostly attending. I have not been back since, mostly since I had my teeth pulled out. But anyway, hey, there's Kellyanne. Hi, baby. Oh, I wanted to sing happy birthday to Judy. She's not here, but I wanted to sing happy birthday to her. Somebody else is having a birthday. Oh, maybe was it Dar? Anyway, um, it's a warehouse, smaller warehouse that the church purchased. So the front of the building is just not attractive. So my husband took on the project of making the church front look nice. So he and a couple other fellows have dug up all the dirt. They bought some topsoil, putting that in, getting some mulch, and he's got bushes, and he grows liriape, and then he cuts them in half. He's given out so many, and it's a really nice. It's like a border plant if you don't know what liriape is, and it gets tall, real skinny purple flower. We usually whack that off because we just like the plant part. The flower part's just kind of thin and spindly. Doesn't really look like much. But anyway, so he's got liriape to take over. He's bought some bushes. He bought 2 really big trees. So our neighbor has a truck. He's going to help him take all the plants over tomorrow. So we're praying that the weather holds. Look. I remembered. So we're going to take the plant. Him and the neighbor's going to take the plants over tomorrow. I think I want to pop a hole and glue it to the back. Yeah, why not, huh? So the trees are beautiful, but it's a lot of work. It takes up a lot of time, which he has. He has the time. He's willing to do it. He's good at it. But he's trying to beat the heat, till it get it done before it gets too hot here. And then he's going to have to schedule like have a watering team, because the new things going in need to have to be watered. So, I went right through her throat. I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, you know what? Nah, I don't think I was just thinking I could punch it, but I don't think my punch will go in that far. Try not to get my finger. I have a bigger awl somewhere. Would make a bigger hole. That might be better. Yeah, it's a really nice plant, and then you can cut it in pieces, and then they just grow. I mean, everywhere we've moved 3 or 4 times. Not like military people, but every time we move, we take liriape with us. He just loves them, and they do really well for us. He's not crazy about the like the border plants because the leaf is so big. The liriape's got a nice little skinny leaf. And the ones we have are variegated, white and green, which he likes in the garden instead of just like a solid green. So the church is going to look really nice when he's done. Okay, I need something to push that through. Come on, baby. I don't want the hole to be too big because then, I'm going to glue it, but Ooh. Ah. See, I'm working through that tag too. That's the other part. Come on. It looks like on this set of pearls, most of the pearly part is worn off. Ugh. Oh, really. Let me see if I can find my awl. I think that might do the trick. It's got a bigger. I don't use it all the time because it's so large. There it is. Large. This is going to be too big, but I'll just have to glue it. Try not to push down too far. Oh, wow, that's really big, Laura. Sheesh. Now 12 of them will go through. Now, now it's so big, they won't stay in there. All right, I'm thinking I could add something to this. Hold on. All right, see, I get carried away. But see, when I was in England, I purchased this jug of jewelry, and I haven't done anything with it except look at it. So I'm thinking I could add something to her. Now, this is going to make my book page thick, but I'm not really concerned about that. See what else I have in here that I could add. I'm thinking about just a little piece of chain. There were 2 of these jars. I should have bought them both. I didn't. And I could kick myself. To which I say, oh, I just have to go back. Oh, look at this one. Oh, darling. Wait a minute. I've got another one here. She's going to go on this side. Oh, that might look good on that one, on her, huh? We're getting carried away. I don't think I want that. That would be too stiff. I haven't looked in here since I got home. It's kind of dodgy. I just do ribbon. I need something for earrings though too, don't I? I mean, I have other jewelry stuff, but I knew right where this one was. Did have a couple of earrings in here. That would really be thick. I want something flatter. and smaller. There's some cool stuff in here. Maybe a couple little charms for her ears. Oh, I like that bracelet. Why aren't I wearing that? This one too. That one's fun. Yeah, I think a charm might be the way to go for her ears. Alright, so I don't think anything is gonna work. Out of this jar. For this particular, except that pink thing. I really like that pink necklace on the other one. Alright. I could always stuff something else in there. I'm really not reading chat. I'm sorry if I missed something. I'm sorry, I apologize, but I didn't. I'm not looking. I'm not looking at chat. Oh, look at this. Hold on. Hold the phone. Oop, 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 oop. I wonder if I have two of these. I could put a little thread. She looks like a teacher that taught your class spelling. It might be her. It might be her. I might take those pearls off so it's flatter. I'm going to keep those out. Okay. So I'm going to put hot glue on the back of that. And then I was going to put a butterfly for like a brooch. Oh, where did I put them? Here's one. Oops. Oh, that's kind of faded out, isn't it? Where's that other one? Right, I'm going to put a little hot glue here. So it doesn't move. It moved. And this isn't as easy as I thought it would be. Need a little glue behind this one. Keep it in its spot. Spit spot. Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars movie, except this one's ears are a bit shorter. Maybe they're cousins. There they are. I knew I had a couple more out. These are brighter. Oh, we should name her. What's her name? Mrs. Fuddlebud. Come on. Come on. When they advertised these stickers, they made it look so easy for them to come apart, you know. Oh, I think I got it. Yeah, yeah. Here we go. Ah, no, no, no. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. All right, now this, I'm thinking about putting this little chick over here. But I forgot to cut her out. She is a lovely complexion, this gal. I might just cut those little tassely things off. Yeah. I keep taking my glasses off. I should leave them on. So when I was looking at digitals to buy some digitals, I had no idea. Okay, bye, Laura. Have a good day. Um, I really wasn't looking to purchase ones like this, but I saw them and I was just so intrigued and I just thought they were so fun. And a lot of, when I was buying these, like a month or so ago, well, I guess it was before that. It was like before I went on vacation. So before, like early April or March, a lot of them were on sale. I'm going to just cut those roses off on this side anyway. They were just a couple of bucks. So I did it. I'm not sure anybody that might purchase some of my journals would necessarily want one of these in their journal, but they might find their way into a journal. Of course, a lot of those folks want you to alter their piece, so you have to be mindful of that. Now, I'm going to want something here. Where's my little blade? Definitely need my glasses down. But see, I missed a rose. I'm not getting close. It's hard for me to talk and do this at the same time. Like do up around her head. She's got like a little ponytail or something there. Whoops. Anybody ever watch Diane Fago? She used to be called Pack or Die. She does wonderful, wonderful collage work. And I think she's left-handed, but she can use a blade like this. Oh my gosh, watching her cut something out, she's like amazing. As you can see, I'm very slow. Very slow. Bah. Hey, Chris. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. All right. Sometimes you get those little tiny crumbs in the corner. Drive me crazy. I swear you need a pair of tweezers. I think I've got glue stuck on my finger. Oops, I went in a little bit there. All right, I think to make life easier, I'm just going to cut off all these. I'm going to leave that big rose. Now, this is hard for me because I have a hard time cutting stuff away. I always think I should use it complete, but you don't have to. You can use it however you want. And makes your life easier to trim some of this away, just trim it away. I really have to work on that. It's a struggle for me. You know, if you watch Dee Dee Willingham, she rips and tears stuff, and I'm like, oh, you think it, but it always looks so great when she's done. And the good thing about digitals, if you cut something off and then you decide you don't like it, you just print it again. There's always that, right? I'm going to take this out as well. I keep going crooked. You won't really notice. Oh, I just think it's darling. I think she's just darling. Now, maybe what I need to do is put the necklace on her before I attach her, huh? That might be the wiser thing to do. Bye, Janet. Janet's leaving. Maybe she's going to go get some dinner. Oh, I meant to ask her if she went back to that, what they call it, garden market that we went to. All right, so I think something behind her would be nice. Another digital. That will look good. So I'm going to cut that. I'm going to rip this. Let's rip it. Right. It's time for you to go too, sweetie. Okay. Oh, Barbara, it was so nice to see you. You have a great day. All right, I want to trim right up there, perhaps. I'm going to save those bits for right now. Ah. I always tear it the wrong way. I don't particularly like seeing the white edge. Now, let's see. I mean, this is a pretty nice little necklace. Do I really want to cut it apart? That's the question. I think it's probably too small for me. What would you guys do? Would you do it? Or would you just save it and wear it? It's really nice. Look how cute it is. I probably would have to cut it and just glue it on like that. I mean, it's really quite long, you know. What do you think? My sisters are chatting away. One sister had a procedure done. I have to catch up on all that later. Let's see where my charm. Now for earrings, for her, of course, I need something that, would match, I think. I should have two of something. I think you can really tell that that would be an earring. I'm thinking gold, but maybe silver. I have more choices than silver, that's for sure. There's two of this. Leah, hi! You say do it? Okay. That doesn't look too bad. I might fiddle with them and put them on like some thread or... Here's some wire. That could work. Yeah. Okay. Now let's see if I can... I need a tool. I was digging stuff out of that jar. I put on two bracelets, and I'm still wearing a necklace. What a silly girl. All right, let's see. I have tools in here, so I'm going to need a cutter of some kind. This might work. Oh, this might work. I might be able to chop that apart. I think I'd like to glue it on flat if I could. I could just get that little section. Okay, so I'm going to hot glue that down. I think that'll hold. All right, I'll fuss with the earring things later because I think I need to go and deal with some family stuff that's going on that just arrived. So I'm going to just put that on there. Then I'm going to glue this down. Let's use this big one here, see if I can get a decent amount of glue to come out. I think this needs to be a refill too. Goodness me. Seems like everything empties at once. Okay. So now, of course, you could paint that, those words out if you didn't want those. Yes, I'm going to put it in my description box. I didn't get up early enough today to do my normal setup for my stream, and so I was behind. But I'll put all the digital people in that I used today during the stream. This one I think was from Amura Design Studios, which I got from Etsy. And I didn't size these, I just printed them. So I think it could manipulate these to make them smaller. I should check all my supplies, make sure they're filled before I start to stream. So I don't know about doodling on this one. I probably will get some of my Tim Holtz crayons and go around the edge because I like that. Kind of makes it look like your eyes, kind of draws your eyes in, you know. Well, I never really had many. I just had a couple. And then I started looking at them. A particular someone said, "Oh, look at this." I blame Jacqueline for everything. Look, this needs to be more glue here. And then just some of them are just so cool. So I kind of went overboard a little. So I think for now, I'm just going to leave this here. I'm going to say goodbye because I need to go take care of what's going on here in my life, in my real life. So thanks. So I hope this was helpful or encouraging to some of you. The first one I did was this one, where I basically just left the pictures on the page of the magazine and then just added a few other little goodies. And then this one, which I still am going to work some more on. I'm going to put some color around here. I might doodle a little, add a few things. I want to put earrings on her. Yeah. So there you go. It was fun. I like doing this stuff. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate seeing you all. Saw some of you today that I haven't seen in a while. That's always nice. Glad to catch up and to see you. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be back online Sunday morning. Well, Sunday at noon, I should say. And yeah, if you have any questions, just leave me a comment. That would be nice. And I'll get back to you. And I'll say goodbye for now. Don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. Bye bye for now.